Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for Monday and just a trade review of what happened on Friday and some multi-time frame analysis. The move that happened on Friday, right, from 37,900 until 34,400 was beautiful, and it was all based on just this one video, CPR logic for intraday trading. If anybody new to my channel, if they haven't seen it, you can go and watch it. Almost two setups work there, the Camarilla setup and the CPR setup on this day. We will look into it. Now let's just start with our overall analysis. This is the weekly chart of Bank Nifty that I've opened. See, on weekly time frame we have made two dojis after getting a bit of an up move, which is not a very good sign in terms of the price action. And if you see this kind of trend line right from top on the weekly time frame, we could not close above it, right? And just want to show this trend line. There's nothing significant. We're not going to come back over here anytime soon, but just saying that what are the importance of trend lines. This trend line from the COVID fall, when we came down recently, exactly we took support here and then bounced up. Okay, so that's the importance of trend line. And right now on weekly time frame we have taken resistance here, so there is some chances if we get a follow through we can slip a little. Now how much will slip, that we will be seeing on the daily and the hourly chart, but just showing even on the weekly time frame we are at some resistance because of this trend line. And I'll just shift to a daily chart. We have been following this channel on this daily chart from quite some time in my analysis video, right? It does look like the channel could be broken because of this red bearish price action, but only the price can tell us on Monday or Tuesday whether this is a good breakdown or again we might come and start bouncing up. We'll have to wait and watch, but again following this trend line is not a bad idea. If this channel breaks, right, there is a possibility we can see the price even probably come until here or even fill this gap between 36,000. There's a small gap over here we'll be seeing in the lower time frame. So on daily chart this is something to keep a note on. And coming to our intraday levels, right, the 15-minute chart and the trade possibilities for tomorrow. So I'm just going to put on the CPR and just show the trade possibility that what happened on Friday. See, we got a nice rejection. This was the previous day high, right? The previous day high was here, this black line that I'm drawing. The moment we rejected from this previous day high and we were getting this type of a bearish divergence. What is that bearish divergence? Price was making a higher high, indicator was making a lower low, and then see the kind of fall that we had. It was a fall of almost 500 points. Even if you had traded until the CPR 250 or the entire CPR around 300 points, easily it was tradable based on the divergence. And this is based on the CPR setup. This entire CPR setup, there's a video on my channel. As soon as you open my channel, there's the CPR logic for intraday is there. You can have a check on it. Almost like 2,352 people have viewed it. In that, even if 10% had applied, right, this logic. See, this logic doesn't work every day perfectly, but whenever it works right, it works beautifully, and this is one example of that. The other logic that worked is the Camarilla setup. There's a video on my channel regarding the Camarilla setup. This is the video, Camarilla pivot trading setup. You can watch this. Even this setup worked beautifully today. That is, see, this is a Camarilla pivot in my indicator. What this Camarilla pivot states is, let me just put on this label so it'll be easy. See, what this Camarilla setup states is, if price opens between this L3 and H3, right, and price rejects H3, there is chances more likely it will come and hit L3 until here, and beautifully even that worked on Friday. It was a very good trading day based on the pivots. Now coming for the trade possibilities for Monday, I'm just going to shift to an hourly chart because I can get the overall view of the chart easily for explaining. See, sometime back in my channel I had put this wave count, not sometime back, during one of the analysis video, that we are forming this type of a corrective wave and then we could dip, and that wave count has completed yesterday on Friday. So overall my view for the market is bearish, especially Banknifty. A lot of the bank stocks are also looking bearish. So if we break this level, right, 37,350, we can see further move on the downside. We could take some intraday bounce over here. Like I don't think this will break down at one instance. Maybe will come slowly at this level, right, where this gap fill is pending, 37,200. Maybe from here we'll get a short bounce and then again go down. That is my view. So it's not that just because my view is bearish, Monday as soon as I open I'll short. I'll be looking for the pivot levels, the bearish divergence, all those logics will apply. But the overall market view is bearish. Probably the short trades can make us more money. If this level breaks, right, 37,200, then we'll have a straight drop until 36,800 for sure. If not on Monday or Tuesday, anytime next week. Why? Because after this level breaks, right, 37,200, you see there's no any kind of a significant support. The only support is coming in over here, where previously we took resistance. Here we have taken support, here we have taken resistance. We broke this here. So when price comes back here at around 36,823, we could face some kind of a support. Even if this breaks, then we are heading for lower levels. That we'll have to see how the market behaves. But all my bearishness in the market will be wrong if, say, any view, anything can go wrong at any time, right? Nobody can give that 100% perfect view. If they could, people would have made like thousands of crores in the market, right? It's all about probability. If this breaks, this level will come. If this level breaks, this level will come. That's how trading is done. I don't think anybody is capable of telling this will break and this level will come 100% for sure. So all my bearish view in the market will fail if we get a nice bullish candle on a daily time frame closing above this level sometime next week. Say about this line, that this resistance point that we are having from quite some time, right, 37,900. If we close above this, then yeah, probably we'll start going higher. So until we close above this, right, the more profitable trades are probably if you take the short trades. Some intraday up move like this will come in this correction, but majority of the time we'll make money in this short move as the view is bearish for the markets. See, it was almost like more than a week we remained in this sideways, right, in the sideways move. So probably the next down move will be a little impulsive before we get another sideways move. And in case we break out of this, yeah, again we might have some nice impulsive movements, like where you go non-stop, something like this. This is an impulsive move, this is an impulsive move, this is an impulsive move. All the other sideways correction are the corrective moves, right? Now on the hourly chart, I just want to show another possibility. See, right now the way the Bank Nifty structure is, anything is possible, a breakdown or a breakout. I'll be telling you why. Let me just get rid of this line. See, this is the 1 hour chart. We do have one gap that is there. Probably in a week or two, I'm also expecting a dip until here, fill this gap and then bounce up. But that's just my view. Let's see how it goes. Obviously this won't happen on Monday. Now just showing what are the two possibilities, right? See, we made a new low over here at 32,3 185. Okay, from here we got this nice impulsive move, kind of correction, then again shot up, again we came for some kind of a correction. So from this correction there are two possibilities. One, there are a lot of wave counts and all the delayed waves where we can't count and show it in a video, but there are two possibilities over here. One, again this might be a correction and go up, or this might be a new wave starting on the downside, like this correction and then down, correction and down. So these are the two possible things that I'm looking at, but bullish only if this level breaks 37,945. So these are the levels for Monday. I'll be working with these levels. If 37,200 breaks, then probably it's a good shot on Monday. Whether we see, it's too early to check whether we're going to get a gap up or a gap down, because SGX Nifty will be traded even 2 more days as we have a long holiday. So I'll be looking for a short trade below 37,200. And one more interesting thing I want to show on this daily chart is, based on the simple Dow theory. Even that video is there on my channel. If anybody wants, they can check it in the learning section. We made a high, right? All-time high 41,000. We made a low. We made a lower high. See, this was a low. This was a lower high. Okay. Then again we fell. We made a lower low. Lower low. Again we made a high. This was a lower high. So that bearish trend for that in the market based on Dow theory is still intact. We made a low, we made a lower high, we made a lower low because we broke this low. We made a lower high. Now we'll have to see if this previous high will break or we are going to make a new lower low. We cannot rule out anything, but we'll just have to keep that in mind. And just looking at this HDFC Bank, right? See, on this day, when this news came, a lot of people on this day reached out to me saying, should we invest in HDFC Bank? This news came and it has gone up, like, I think it hit an upper circuit or something on this day, right? So it's very bullish. Should we invest? My advice, see, I didn't even know about this news on this day, right? I came to know about the news later on because I don't watch any news during trading. But when people started reaching out to me and when I saw this kind of a huge inverted hammer at a very good resistance, almost like a double top, right? See, exactly at this point we took resistance. Exactly at this point we have made a huge inverted hammer and then started dipping. So this is what, see, if somebody had bought over here, see, if somebody had bought over here, right, like kind of this morning star after this wave, this was a good place to buy and probably could have booked profits here, but a fresh entry was definitely a no here. I did advise a lot of people no, and based on this inverted hammer on 1 hour, I even suggested you can even short the market in futures with probably half of this wick as stop loss or this level as stop loss, and few of them did, and on Friday they booked their profits when this trend line hit. It was a beautiful trade. See, that's the importance of having some knowledge of technical analysis. Right now, just imagine those people who didn't know anything about the technical analysis and who bought HDFC over here 1722. No doubt HDFC will come back here, but how long they'll have to wait, how long their capital will be stuck. Maybe in 1 or 2 years or this year itself we will come back to this level, but just imagine how long their capital will be stuck, right? And my last hope for HDFC was, see, there were a couple of things that I was looking for. One, probably a retest of this level, right? When we went up, probably come retest this level and again bounce. Even that broke down. So this itself was a confirmation that it was a very good shot. And the second possibility was this trend line, this black trend line. I thought maybe we'll take support here. Even this broke. Now I think next we are heading for 1400 itself. See, I don't include stocks in my analysis, but I do a lot of stock analysis also for investment purpose. and I think HDFC is looking a little bearish, as even this trend line is broken. Just wanted to put that out. Now coming for the Nifty levels for Monday. So this is the 1 hour chart of Nifty. I'll just go to the 15-minute chart and see. If anybody had seen my analysis video for Friday, I specifically mentioned, okay, if anybody has not, please go and watch this video for 13th March. I specifically mentioned if Bank Nifty goes up, we could fill this gap and then fall, right? The same thing happened. The moment I saw this bullish candle, right, on Nifty, on the 15-minute, I was sure that we are going to reverse from here, and exactly we started fill this gap and we started coming down. And the other thing was, even this trend line, this black trend line from the top, we failed to break it. See how many times we have taken resistance here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So next time again we come somewhere closer to this trend line, probably we can look for a short, all based on price action, right? It's not just gap fill or trend line we will short. See, a couple of my close followers are who trade only on Nifty, and some of them Bank Nifty. I trade on Bank Nifty, but see, when somehow we were discussing about the market, right? So since this gap got filled, people were ready to short. That is not how we do, right? We need to wait for that bearish signal. Once we got this nice bearish price action, then is the time where we could have gone for a short trade. So always wait for that bearish signal or a bearish divergence. And in Nifty for Monday, if this level breaks, right, 17,420, the next target on the downside is 17,340. And if we break out of this trend line, probably again the next resistance is 17,650 and 17,750. So a good bullish trade can come if on an hourly chart we break out of this trend line. Why hourly chart? Because see, a lot of times in 15 minutes and all, we come closer to this trend line and we have fallen, right? So a good candle on an hourly time frame close above this black trend line, probably we can start going higher in Nifty. And these are the levels that are marked on the lower side. We do have one gap fill over here, which I'm expecting will happen next week. That is between 17,378 and 17,340. So even this possible gap fill is, see, the moment this gap fills, right, if somebody is short from the top, if somebody has shorted from somewhere over here, the moment this gap fills, we need to book a profit, because there will be some reaction on the opposite side whenever the gap gets filled. So that's all about gap trading. We'll have to be careful. See, even here, what a bullish candle. Like those who didn't know technical analysis or didn't know anything about this gap or support resistance, just imagine all of them would have bought after a gap up. They would have thought, a lot of the retail traders would have thought we are going to blast off, and they would have bought 700 call. People would have bought even 18,000 call. I don't know why people go so much out of the money, but just imagine all their state, right? Immediately we got to sell off once the gap got filled. So even when we come here, if somebody has shorted at a higher level, now see, we came here right now, say if we get a gap up or something and start selling off, when we come here we can book profit or start trailing stop loss, because there will be some reaction, a small bounce on the upper side. So that's it for Nifty and Bank Nifty for Monday. Hope even Monday will be a nice trading day. As of now, my view is bearish, and my bearish view will go wrong if we close above this level in Bank Nifty, about 37,950 on a daily time frame. Then my view will be bullish in the market. Thank you.